We talk about the four different levels of negotiation and to tell you what's wrong and what we can do about it. The first level, the traditional level, is getting people to do what you will them to do. Threats, leverage, power, my way or the highway, take it or leave it, batten alternatives to agreement, walking out, etc. The problem is not that it doesn't work. It works. With $20 trillion, the United States can do whatever it wants in the Middle East. The problem is it's really expensive, it takes a long time, and it's not self-enforcing. In addition to that, it tends to cause retaliation and resentment. And so that means the kids kicking and screaming on the floor, malicious obedience at work, or terrorists in the Middle East. It's not a real happy situation. And if you think that BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement, works, the next time you're out to dinner with your spouse or significant other, in the middle of dinner, pull out your little black book and say, if this doesn't work out, I got these whole bunch of alternatives here. See what happens. So that also tends to piss people off. And so, but this is the tool of choice in work, at play, in the world, right? The United States can have sanctions on Korea and Iran like it has with Cuba until the end of time. All it's doing is promoting what I call the Alamo strategy. They will fight to the last man standing. And so that's the problem, and it's not a way to approach negotiations effectively. It gets about 25% of the value of what you can get by the model I propose. And to as evidence of that, I'd like to call your attention to the work of John Nash, a Princeton mathematician who won a Nobel Prize for a bunch of theories, including this work, was played by Russell Crowe in the movie A Beautiful Mind. What Nash did is he proved mathematically the 1755 theorem of Swiss philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau. And what Rousseau hypothesized is when parties collaborate, the overall size of the pie expands to such an extent that each party gets much more than it could get alone with a smaller pie, no matter how big that smaller pie is and how much of that smaller pie the person got. And the really good example that he used is 4 hunters individually can only get a rabbit. Together they can bring down a deer.